Oh, hey there, naked quad. What's going on, guys? Another kind of beautiful day in the garage, taking advantage of the warmer weather. You guys might have noticed in the last video, you may not have, but there's another Yamaha in the garage. Before you guys say anything, just calm down. It's not mine. We're actually helping out a buddy. I've done work on this quad before. Once in a while, people do ask me that are local if I want to help them out with whatever it is, whether it's fixing something, maintenance, or mods. So my buddy Albert, we're going to be doing some mods to this thing. We have to send out his throttle body. That's going to get cleaned up and bored by BNR, and then we're also going to send out his vortex right back here. So we need to remove that and remove the throttle body today. But we got to strip some other stuff down because he does have some new goodies for this thing. You can see a big pile of parts over here. That's all for this quad. We are waiting on a race cut harness from Jimmy Bortz. Hopefully we'll see that in a couple weeks. But he has a Raccoon Racing intake, a nice foam dual layer filter. I mean, yeah, Pro Design foam filter. A Yoshi full pipe. We're going to do a new clutch kit for him. He has also the foam top for that air box. We're going to do an oil change. We got some miscellaneous parts in here. We got some fender brackets. We got some tie rod ends. So a little bit of maintenance and a little bit of performance mods on this machine. Today we're just going to get this thing torn down so we can access the throttle body and remove that. So we're going to have to remove the air box, which that's getting replaced, and then we're going to remove the vortex. We might pull the wire harness now. We'll see how it goes for time, but I'll probably try to do, it's going to be real long if I do this in real time. I'm trying to keep this nice and short. So I'll probably do time lapse up until we get right to the throttle body, and I will show you guys how to take that out without killing yourself, because it can be done without removing the subframe or the rear shock. Luckily, we're going to be taking the exhaust off so the header can come out, and you can actually slide this thing out right over here in this area, so it's not too bad. So let's get this thing torn apart, and we'll go back to real time once we're ready to remove the throttle body. All right, guys, we are at the point. We're gonna sneak this throttle body out through the side here. We got the header out of the way. We were able to pull out the harness just to make things easier to work on. So the trick is, there's this little shield on top of the injector, and where the fuel line goes in, you gotta remove this. This is the trick. If you take this off, do not put it back on, you'll be able to sneak this straight through. I'm gonna show you guys, it's not super, super hard. You kind of want to flip it sideways, where that rubber air line from the idle speed control is hitting the bottom of the case, the clutch, and then you can just work it out like this. Come on, baby, so close. Just like that. All right, it's tricky, but it can be done. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna remove the throttle cable, get that right out of our way, and then we can take this thing out. Some of this dirt is from me, so pay no attention to that if you are seeing that. So this is pretty easy. You can just remove the 3 little Allen head bolts. And just get I like to use a pick. You will have to loosen up this little 10mm nut, jam nut for the cable, and then just spin this all the way in. That'll give you plenty of slack to get this guy out. Hopefully you guys can see this. And then take your pick and catch the cable. Oh, that's the gasket. I'm gonna save that. You can open the throttle body as well. That'll give you a little more slack, a lot more slack actually. You can hold it open, and you just gotta turn that cable 90 degrees to the slot, and then it comes right out like that. Don't lose that piece, guys. You will need that for reinstallation. Once that's done, then you just unscrew the cable from here and we are good to go. All right, guys, that's a wrap. We got this thing dismantled. The wire harness is out, as you can see. Friggin' what a mess. It's definitely a pain in the butt to remove a stock wire harness. You have to remove, well, you don't have to remove it, but you have to unbolt the radiator and slide it back so you can feed the harness through the frame. Not horrible, but just remember you have to do that. With a cut harness, you don't have to do that, which is kind of cool. So let me know, guys, if you want me to do some real-time build videos on this. As far as like putting the stuff back, we're gonna do a race cut harness with the Vortex, full exhaust. We're gonna do a clutch kit. We're gonna do an oil change. We need to do tie rods. He's gonna also get a breather box, 38 Motorsports breather box. We can do a video on that. We will be replacing the blob. This is gonna go away, and he's gonna have a nice custom start button, kind of like I run. And same with the tether. This is gonna be replaced by a pro armor tether, kind of like my setup. I'll show you guys. You have seen it before. So you can see just the single start button, and I run my tether under there. So if you guys want to see some real-time videos on this rebuild process, just let me know. I know some of you guys have been asking, so I've been definitely slacking, at least with the practice quad. You can see the practice quad is stalled out still. We are waiting on our throttle body and our intake and our shocks. So once we get the, oh, and the flex bars, but once we get that stuff back, at least the throttle body, once we get the throttle body, we can fire this girl up, but hopefully we see that soon. We'll see. But that's going to be a wrap, guys. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Drop some comments, like I said. And if you're not yet, please subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one. All right, peace.
Oh, yeah.